So no, I haven't, and quite frankly, is because I've put myself, the thinking that I had before wasn't prominent. Like I realized that when I was making these goals, and mind you, we only 3 months into the year, right? And I have so much time to recognize that I can achieve my goals. Point blank, period. All the things that I want to achieve, and mind you, I don't have that many things on my list to achieve. It's just I had to go through the different things in my mind to get myself to get over. Those are the things, that is the reason why I haven't attained them. Is it's not that it's not mine, it's just the fact that I'm just not right now. It's just not mine right now. I'm okay with that. But will I attain them? Yes. Because I'm willing to sacrifice and do what I have to do to achieve that goal. And I'm not afraid of it. Before, I was always afraid of it. Before, I thought having goals like those were like too big to achieve. I don't want to even limit myself because I have three top goals that I want to achieve with my brand and everything. But I guess the honest part about it is just like, yeah, I haven't. And everything has been psychological. Everything has been moving and crafting my mind, crafting how I view life, how I view the thing that I've allowed myself to suffer by. The self-hate, right? I would tell myself, I would do things like, for instance, I would always tell myself that I needed to work a job to achieve my goals. But the main thing was I was too ashamed to realize that I had bills, I had things that I had to take care of. But not only that, I was so afraid to lock back in on my brand and on my business that I told myself the best out for me is to get a job, which allowed me to get a job and move me backwards because I assumed to myself, well, I'm not making as much with my business right now. Maybe this extra income is going to provide. But I was stuck in a narrative of overtime and 60-hour weeks, getting money, and then I wouldn't even spend a dime on the business. So yes, that framework of thinking is very dangerous. So when I finally didn't have that job, I recognized that, oh, it's that easy. It's that easy to change your framework, that POV, that persona, that person, that lack. It was so easy, and it is that easy to recognize that. So as I'm moving forward, I want to get better at that. As I'm moving forward, I want to achieve the opportunity to have that within the next couple of months. Yes, I want to be in a different place 3 months from now. I want to be more healthy. I want to be more spiritual. I want to have a better relationship with God. I want to be able to see opportunities and harp on those opportunities to make extra other opportunities for many people. I see myself as I don't even say high value, but I've always felt, even though I had a dangerous mindset, and when I say dangerous, I have a mindset of saying, like, David Goggins is an example of my mindset. It's like, fuck you, let's do it. What are we waiting for? But it's very like streamlined, and I'm not David Goggins, but I yearn and I get off on the fact that when I do hard shit, it makes me a tougher human being. So that's how I kind of go about my life. So, but I would never apply it to business. It was such a fundamentally hard thing to do, whereas like I can go so hard in the gym, but I didn't know how to do that with my goals. So it's super lopsided because I yearn for the physical, the hardness of the physical, and doing things that aren't typical in the gym. running marathons off the wake up and just saying I want to run a marathon, and doing that for 5 hours straight, or like stuff like that. But when I expand the brand and think about the variables, well, I gotta pay this supplier. Wait, I gotta make this tech pack. Wait, what is the collection about? Wait, what is the name? Like, it was so frustrating that for something that I went to school for, and then thinking to myself, well, I still have this job, I have to pay these bills, and then recognizing that I didn't have to. So, yes, in 3 months I will. And I'm not going to be afraid of it.